All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Colecast presentation. Dreamhack Summer 2013 is here. We are in the group stages where iTS will be taking on MiTH S2Y in this group stage best of one matchup. I'm your casting host, Beef, and with me is Sender. Sender, we got another matchup here. Our Russian team taking on our Thailand champions. What do you think about this match, man?
You know, it's nice to see them both on LAN. Without a LAN event, we would never see a matchup like this. So that's a nice thing about DreamHack. But I mean, honestly, I'd probably have to say MiTH Trust are the favorites in this match, and iTS have a lot to prove. You know, they haven't had the best results so far.
Yeah, they definitely do have something to prove, and ITS, a lot of people considering them the favorites for the 8th place spot here. And so far, I mean, they haven't had too good of a time, sitting at 0-2 currently. And, well, they're going to try to take a game here from MiTH. MiTH themselves, they're down at 0-1, actually, after losing to Stay Green in their first match. They're going to have something to prove here themselves, though, because this is a team that a lot of people have said this team should probably take top 4 or 5, and they might even break into the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect MiTH Trust to easily take top 5, and, you know, if they have the right tournament, take top 3, you know, maybe even go deeper, but they definitely have the potential to go far in this event.
Well, they certainly do, but with their second match here, we'll see what they pull out. Made it pretty close against Stay Green. We'll see if they can do the same against ITS or if they can close the deal. But, Sender, let's talk about the drafting in this game.
All right. Well, ITS have done something a little peculiar this game. They've locked 3 supports, so that makes me think they want to first pick the Keeper of the Forest or run 2 dual lanes. They've been a team that hasn't had the most success, especially with the junglers, so I think they'll just elect to choose the hero that's considered the most OP in the long lane, and definitely the hero that's most hard to disrupt and is that Keeper of the Forest. He'll almost always get like level 6 by 7 or 8 minutes, even versus like a dual lane or tri lane.
Yeah, very, very hard to shut down, so we will likely see him probably even going to be coming first out of that lock pool. To join him, though, we have 2 other junglers, Parasite and Wild Soul. Wild Soul, another strong suicide hero, but he has dropped off just completely, going from a top tier hero all the way to just unpicked, unbanned status right now. We'll see if either one of these really want to pick him up.
In my opinion, I still think Wild Soul is still like very powerful. It's just with the new patch, people decided to play the game differently. You know, be a little bit more aggressive, take more fights, and Wild Soul does tend for you not to want to fight till you get the mock on him, and maybe that means that he isn't a viable suicide hero anymore, or maybe that means you have to put him in the short lane, or maybe people just have to adapt. And so I think he still has a place in the game, and he probably is very powerful still. It's just it requires a little bit of relearning.
Yeah, gonna have to alter the way that he is played, but we'll see. Somebody might pick him up here, maybe not. Taking a look at the bans, though, we do have Lodestone, Fade, Nymphora, Hammerstorm, Engineer, and Bubbles banned out, leaving some extremely strong heroes on the board, notably Rally and Master of Arms, which are coincidentally the first 2 picked up. Deadwood, another really, really high tier hero, also going to be picked up there with the 3rd overall pick.
I think they did that on purpose. Like, they could have easily banned Rally instead of Hammerstorm, but, you know, I think they wanted to do a trade here. They traded, 2 of the more powerful heroes for 1 of the more powerful heroes, and, you know, they came out on top, to be honest.
Yeah, getting that Master of Arms Deadwood. I mean, the blue buff onto Deadwood with the offensive master's call can make him into just an unstoppable force with that Willowmaker. Very, very quick cast time, and then followed up by 4 or 5 quick auto attacks. Can just obliterate people. But on the other side, we have Monkey King. So high armor targets in Monkey King and Rally. And then Dr. Repulsor. Very, very interesting pickup here from ITS.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of confused. When I see these picks, I think they want to do some sort of tri-lane because how else are they going to lane this? You can't really run like double dual lanes. You can't put Rally I guess you could put Rally Suicide and pick like double supports here, but what would you really want to pass up a Keeper? So they first pick the support, so that makes me tend for the tri-lane. Maybe they will take the tree or parasite if it's given to them.
Nope, Tree and Parasite are going to be picked up here by MiTH S2Y. So Suicide, Keeper of the Forest, Parasite into the jungle, probably going to be a Torture Master of Arms lane, though Torture could solo and Deadwood Master of Arms could take the middle lane. And there's the Voodoo Chester pickup. So interesting. It's going to be that tri-lane like you talked about.
I mean, it could be a tri-lane or it could be double dual lanes. Like the
Yeah.
thing is, if you tri-lane aggressively, that leaves your Doctor Pulsar open to get to get ganked, and that's the reason I honestly wouldn't like the aggressive tri-lane. I'd prefer to see the Doctor and the Monkey can get the secure farm and just run the Suicide Rally.
Well, we'll see right here, right now. Dreamhack Summer 2013 group stages. ITS taking on MiTH S2Y. Well, ITS going to say it's showtime. We'll see what they are up to and what they've got up their sleeves. Right now we do have four of them making their way down the middle lane, kinda. What? It's gonna be interesting
I
path.
think they're gonna go into the Hellborn jungle from the river. Maybe, oh wait, or not.
This is a very, very interesting path. This is the way that Russians do things. They're crazy, man. They make their own path.
They make their own way. Yeah, okay, I guess.
Isn't that a Bon Jovi song?
So Nova's leading the way with the no stun on Dr. Repulsor, so, okay, yeah.
Interesting. And, well, it looks like Yedz Naja is going to head, and he'll spot him out with a tree dog just before it despawns. So immediately they're going to get word that there are, in fact, 5 members of the Legion team in this jungle.
So they probably will send the Rally Suicide top, or wait, maybe not. I mean, I suppose Doctor would probably fare pretty well against Keeper. You know, he does have the magnetic contraption. Usually Doctors are really good against melee heroes. But Keeper will have the pooled regen, and he does have the high base attack.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for Nova to get that CS, even though he's not going to be under too much threat. That CS is really what you need to be getting in the short lane, and if you are not winning that lane, you're losing it, essentially, when you are the short laner. There's no real splitting that lane. And so we'll see how ITS does choose to react as we go into a pause here. So somebody needs a second to adjust a setting, something along those lines. And taking a look at these other lanes, looks like Jacob Tien is going to be up here up top. And it's going to be Tort Deadwood mid.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to be so far. I don't know. I still don't really know what ITS are doing right now. They could run a tri-lane. They could run like just a long lane dual lane with Rally to make sure the support doesn't die, and you're still winning. What you're winning your top lane, you're winning your short lane, and maybe winning mid. So that could be a good position for them. But you know the way they path their heroes, it's kind of hard to dictate the lanes.
Sorry about that, guys. Quick apology there, as we did unfortunately hit the wrong button and brought up the outer game overlay rather than the in-game overlay. But you're not missing much. We're still sitting here in a pause before the game has started. And hopefully the situation is going to be rectified here real quick. Bless had timed out from the Legion side, but has reconnected now. Well, looks like they're going to take an additional minute or two here. Taking a look right now, I've actually got Honcast pulled up on the other monitor in a very small window, and they got a Gemini game going on. VDT's Pee-wee is running Gemini, Sender.
Oh man, I can't. I want to see that one, but the game just got back in.
There you go, there you go. Of course, guys, make sure to tune into all of the international streams here covering Dreamhack Summer 2013. Honcast over there covering Impunity versus VDT right now. And then, of course, you got teams like Team Stay Green that have been doing their Skype cast, their vent cast, whatever you want to call them. And, of course, the Russian and Garena streams that are doing their coverage as well.
So, We see how the lanes played out, but I kind of really disagree with the sending the Monkey King top. I'd rather have the rally top to make sure the support can't die, because you're going to be dealing with this roaming parasite. And then also, I'd prefer Monkey King mid so he can control the runes. So, kind of feel like they could have laned this a little bit better from ITS side.
Yeah, I agree. Those runes on Monkey King really do make a pretty significant difference, but they're going to go ahead and end up with these lanes and make the best of it at least. Right now, Rally dragging the creep wave into the tower. Missed quite a few last hits so far. He'll try to clean up the rest of these, but he's going to miss a couple more. Top lane, though, Monkey King is going on Torture, but he's got to run away now. Graveyards, or excuse me, the chain reactions done into the Forked Lightning is there, but Parasite, is actually going to get in and auto attacks finish him off. Score going to get the credit for the Bloodlust kill as Bless and Arafor just get caught out of position.
Yeah, you know, a little bit stacking him, the slow and the stun almost let him get away, but luckily for them here, they still got the kill.
Well, luckily, Master of Arms hit level 2 off of a random creep dying there and got that point in the charge shot. Because, like you said, that stack on the slow and stun, a little bit of bad communication, but ends up working out after all. Bottom lane, Nova has lost lane control here as Keeper of the Forest drags everything behind the tower, and Nova going to miss out on some experience and gold, but so far he's sitting at 8 and 1S, so doing all right.
Yeah, he should be fine. He almost has a bottle if he chooses to get that, and then by then he can just keep pushing the lane in and check the runes and be in a fine position.
Yeah, he's not too worried about that.
And in the top lane, looks like, what is Parasite doing?
Soaking up experience, obviously.
I mean, you have other camps to farm. I really don't get it. I guess they really want to get a kill here.
Yeah, not too sure. Has that Blood Chalice, but choosing not to use it at least right now.
I mean, you'd like to be level 3 right now, nearing level 4, but he wanted to set up a kill instead.
Well, did not work out, and that'll set his farm back a little bit. He's going to go for a stack here and steal a Skeleton King as well. And with that Skeleton King, he might be able to try to set
middle
up a
lane.
gank.
They go on the Deadwood.
Oh, they definitely
But he should be fine.
Yeah, the Rotten Grass going to deter them, and they weren't able to put out enough damage during that Compel stun. Skeleton King is grabbed, so Deadwood going to show up, gets a health potion immediately, and he's going to go ahead and hit the lane with Torture and the Skeleton King wielding Parasite. They want the Aluna, but Aluna needs to press up first. They're going to bait this, and then they're going to walk right on in. Rotten Grass not going to connect, and the Skeleton King will have to back off. I don't know. I felt like they could have set that up a little bit better.
I mean, that's kind of a hard gank to achieve. I mean, I like going for kills, but in my opinion, they may have been better off just not going for that, because you have to land all your spells perfectly. That means one skill shot on the Deadwood Grasp is going to be hard. Again, you're dealing with a rally. It's just really difficult to hit.
Yeah, I agree with that rally. Unless you're going to get an assured kill, generally speaking, maybe it's better to save that time for something else. Bottom lane, though, Dr. Repulsor is going up against his Keeper of the Forest still and picked up an early life tube. So going the health regen from that route and perhaps on his way to a very quick Nullstone.
I don't really feel like this life tube is going to help him win the lane. That's usually why you buy a life tube. You know, you want to win the lane with it, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. He's putting in a lot of right clicks on that tree.
Top lane, though, Master of Arms is in some trouble. The Cursed Ground, only level 1, will tick off, and Master of Arms, a couple more autos would finish him off, but does have the Blightstones activated and has enough life regen to live after all. Monkey King was not able to close the distance with those dashing strikes, excuse me, the elusive dash. And, well, Jacob Tien lives to fight another day. So MiTH S2Y still not giving up any kills despite having some very dangerous lanes in both top and mid.
Yeah, Torture's kind of just sitting on the side middle, not really doing anything. I guess he just doesn't want the Deadwood to die. He wants Deadwood to get full EXP here, get to level 6.
Oh, they are going to hit the Rotten Grass, though. Chain Reaction comes in with the Impalement, And Love and Stuff going to try to get away. Torture going to go for the impalement onto a Luna now. King's Rasp is there, though. The auto attacks from the tower are going to be coming in. Chain reaction onto 2. Torture not going to die to the tower. Parasite going to help clean up 1. And will get 2. Escape with the double tap in middle lane. Does die to the tower afterward, but it's totally worth it.
You know, a little bit of miscommunication there. I feel like Deadwood could have stayed a little bit longer and then Parasite would not have had to die. But, you know, in the end, they still came out on top. Got a double tap just for the Parasite. Good trade in the end.
Ooh. Top lane, Master of Arms going down. Monkey King and Voodoo Jester were both very, very close to dying. A Forked Lightning went out but did not connect with Monkey King on what would have been a final hit. And so just a well-placed Cursed Ground early on in that little team fight. And
so,
MOA dies.
Nova in this bottom lane decided not to get his ultimate. Kind of questionable. That's kind of the reason you pick this hero. It makes you harder to gank. You can set up kills. Like, I get he's having a hard time in lane, but now he can't even go elsewhere and create space for the team if he really has to. And he's easier to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. If they do rotate 1 or 2 players down here, Nova could very well die. And already we see Deadwood going to be heading down here. No lane ward for Nova, 6.5 minutes in. And with a root available on Keeper of the Forest, this could be a very, very dead Nova. Doesn't have mana
he's
for it,
definitely
though.
going to fall here.
Well, no mana for root. He needs that bottle.
I mean, they don't even need root here. Like they have like Deadwood could just run up to him and he's dead.
Yeah, unless he misses the Rotten Grasp right there. Magnetic Contraption will be dropped. And top lane, Master of Arms going to be putting out the pressure onto Monkey King. I don't know. I feel like if he had just donated 1 bottle charge there. Bless actually kind of going hard up top. Impalement's going to be activated. I feel like this is going to be a disaster here for the Legion team, though. Minotaur comes in, and that's getting Parasite controlling that one. Monkey King will help to maybe secure a kill on the Master of Arms.
No, he's going to live.
Yeah, he will live.
He used the Tree Eaters. He's fine.
And Deadwood drops the Willowmaker middle lane onto a Luna. So getting the kill onto that one. Rally shows up top, but he's not going to be in so much trouble. Hastrun spirits him away.
And we see Nova picking up the Sustainer, so it looks like he's going to go for the Nullstone first item. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it's good for the face hug, but yeah, it'll probably be good this game, but he's going to be lacking the damage, and he's going to be lacking the mobility from the power treads.
Yeah, you think that he'll go for the Nullstone before he even finishes his treads?
No way. It gives you too much mana. You know,
Okay.
10 intellect does a lot for you.
Yeah. Okay. I misunderstood there for a second, but I get what you're saying.
Well, right now he has no boots.
Yeah, exactly. And Doctor could go down here with no ultimate still. The root is going to be used. Rotten Grass comes out again. The auto attacks are there, and Nova drops. If he had had the ult, I think he might have been able to get away. I'm not sure. That Rotten Grass does last quite a long time.
I mean, if he had bottle and upgraded steam boots instead of the items he has right now, and an ultimate, there's a chance he lives there at least.
Yeah, there is. Top lane though, Monkey King going for the deep dive onto the Cursed Ground on Master of Arms, but Torture gets the counter kill, bringing down poor little Voodoo Jester. So a 1-for-1 trade, but MOA with his second death up there, sitting on 230 gold per minute, isn't having the best of time, but Bless, even less so, only sitting on 18 CS despite the 2 kill involvement. He's at 190 gold per minute.
And then we have Keeper of the Forest taking down the short lane tower.
Keeper of the Forest at 120 gold per minute, higher than Nova in the short lane, who, yeah.
I mean, what they've pretty much at this point lost all 3 lanes on the ITS side.
Yeah, and this is without a jungler.
Mm-hmm.
They did have 5 lanes.
I mean, the Parasite's only level 5. He's been focusing a lot on ganking, so he is relative to a support. You know, he has a little bit more gold than a support does, but it's not like he's a level 8 or anything like that. He doesn't have the huge experience lead that you would usually expect from a jungler, and that they can keep snowballing. So it's not as bad as you would make it out to be. And in the middle lane, we have a Torture putting a ward down on top of the Metal Man's Ward, so I'd expect that to get countered in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see if he picks up a Rev Ward here in the next few seconds as the courier does head back to town. Rally once again hasted here in the top lane. Air4 perhaps going to be looking to try to set up a kill with him. But looks like the Hellborn team, Double Tree, is going to be hanging out in the middle lane. They want to bring down this tower.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Legion team has a huge weakness. You have a Doctor Pulsar with no upgraded boots, so he can't really fight. And you have, what, a Voodoo Jester who doesn't really do much. Like, the Voodoo Cask is honestly pretty useless while you have all these Tree Dogs up, and they can't really counter push, so they're pretty free to take towers. They only have a Luna Power Throw.
MOA needs some help up top. The auto attacks are there.
No, he's fine.
I guess he's alright. Rally not wanting to use the Seismic Slam, wanted to throw out some harass and then go in for the Seismic Slam 15 seconds later perhaps. Nova does have the ultimate now in the bottom lane. We'll drop the magnetic contraption to see if he needs to go to the boat. Yeah, he's going to have to fly to the boat here in a second. Nova? Just TP. There you go. He's good. TP's back to town.
He might go Nullstone before... No, he just bought boots. Okay, never mind.
No. He was only about 200 gold away from the treads a minute ago. So, ooh, middle lane though. Monkey King gets hit by the Rotten Grasp. Willowmaker is going to go off. And the auto attack damage from Mr. Suns finishes him. Almost bought himself some extra time with that Wanjin Slam, but wasn't quite able to really capitalize on that and get away. Keeper of the Forest just throwing in these powerful auto attacks.
Keeper spotting out the enemy's triple stacked ancients. Maybe they'll look to clean those up if given the opportunity. And it looks like they will with the Master Goo. Should be pretty easy.
Oh, bottom jungle Torture in some trouble. Score gonna go down. Gets the chain reaction off, and there's the Deadwood Grasp as well. But now Deadwood going up against 3 Int heroes. Not going to be able to do anything and will just fall back. But this gave Keeper the time to steal these Ancients.
I mean, it's obviously a fine trade. He did steal triple Ancients, but, you know, Tord overextending a little bit, counter-warding by himself. If you want to counter-ward that aggressively, you should, you know, have people with you or see the enemies preoccupied elsewhere on the map. But they did get triple Ancients out of it, so it's a fine trade. Yeah, still making sure to increase that gold and experience lead up to about 6,000/4,500 on the experience side of things. Rally wanted to push up top, but this tower just barely taking its first points of damage. Man, that thing is completely unscathed. Right now, ITS are baiting Nova bottom, so they have 2 supports not really achieving anything unless MiTH are looking for a kill.
Well, MiTH is looking for a kill in the middle.
Well, I mean in the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Nova's completely safe right now, that's for sure. And Mana Ring just finished up on Bless. Monkey King with the Mana Ring. Mana Ring bottle, Mana Battery.
I don't like it at all. If you need mana, you just go Steam Boots and you swap treads appropriately.
I completely agree. He's got next to no damage and no ability to get in the middle of these team fights and still be tanky enough. He's completely reliant on his spells and not getting caught by something like a Keeper of the Forest root, which he's about to get rooted. Yeah, he's completely dead right here. They don't even need the root, just the chain reactions done with the charged shot. Bless, to be frank, has played not so hot this game. He's really been struggling on this Monkey King.
I mean, to be fair, he put himself in a bad lane, but yeah, that was not the best play he could have made there.
This tower most likely will drop at the hands of Keeper of the Forest.
In the bottom lane, Parasite's going to fall.
Yeah, they do get the kill there, but 2 TP, 3 TP is going to be coming in. Deadwood with the portal key, looking for Nova. Nova has the ludicrous speed available. Deadwood actually misses that tree, though. He's still going to get the kill onto Nova with that Willowmaker punch. Deadwood with the offensive master's call. They're looking for Rowley. Rowley has the compel. He's going to go right onto the river here. But Deadwood is going to chase and has the Rotten Grasp available. Rally trying to dodge. Not going to happen, though. The auto attack damage is there. Rally, absolutely no way he's getting out of this one. And down he goes. Mr. Sun's getting the ultimate warrior streak on 370 gold per minute Deadwood.
And they got the tower deny, so it's
they're going to pick up another one here mid. Keeper of the Forest has the root available. Going to drop it. Oh, the cask is not going to connect on to Keeper of the Forest, though. The ultimate from Voodoo Jester interrupted. Then he misses the cursed ground. Arafor choking a little bit. Monkey King is going to actually help get a kill. No, nobody died. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
Voodoo
he's in
Jester
a
and the Lunar
he's
is
in a
dead.
soldier. And now Monkey King's going to die. Or
Should.
no?
Gets onto the
Okay,
cloud.
he's dead.
Suns gets the hat trick. Remember when I said he was at 365 gold per minute? Well, he's up to 405 and 16 minutes into this game. ITS is down by a pretty large margin. Nova and the Russians are just not having a good tournament so far. Ludicrous speed on in there, but Compel is going to find Torture. Nothing else. Keeper of the Forest and Deadwood both going to be able to get away.
Yeah, I don't think that... Okay, they do have 1 sentry on Voodoo Jester, but, you know, that you really need more. You should have dust, sentries, etc. when you're dealing with Keeper of a Forest. And we have MOA going for the straight-up Shield Breaker. It's a pretty good item for your damage output. You know, coupled the goo, you're doing like -10 physical armor. So on a lot of these heroes, they're going to be the negatives, especially the Doctor Pulsar and the supports.
Yeah, gonna hit pretty hard. And if you're talking about somebody like that Voodoo Jester, he could actually die in like 3 or 4 hits.
He'll die in like 2 auto attacks.
Yeah, pretty much.
If he's in the goo.
It's gonna be pretty brutal. So we'll see how that one plays out. But at this point, is there anything that this Legion team can do to get back into this game?
I mean, really, they just got to find some hero kills. They got to use the Doctor Pulsar. They got to use the Rally and the Monkey King to just get some kills.
They're going to try right here. They see Keeper of the Forest, but he does walk away. No Ward of Revelations on him. They had just blown their last Ward of Rev, and no dust still. So, like you said, they really got to invest in some of that Revelation to bring down Keeper of the Forest.
I mean, on it, they need the dust on Nova because he's like their he's starting the fights, and he needs to reveal them. And maybe he doesn't have to buy it, but you know, as a team, someone has to say we need dust on specifically this Doctor Repulsor. And it's going to be really hard for the Legion team to find hero kills because the Hellborn, they've set up a nice lane ward top, so they'll see all map movements trying to gank their free farming MOA, and they have a Ruin Ward in the river, so they should be able to see a lot of the map movements from the Legion team unless like they're out in the jungle, and Keeper's already pretty hard to kill, and he'd be the only one farming their side of the map.
Yeah, going to be very, very difficult to get a pick on really either one of those trees, with Deadwood now having multiple levels in the clear cutting and the portal key available to him. He just bottled up a double damage rune as well, so looks like they will start to congregate here in the bottom lane and maybe try to force a tower engagement at the bottom tier 2.
Does MOA have regen coming to him? Yeah, he does, okay. So he's going to get this regen, maybe get a TP, or maybe just walk bottom. Or maybe he won't even show up. Maybe they think ITS will just concede him a free tier 2 tower bottom.
Yeah, it's going to be a long trek for Master of Arms to get over there without a TP. So I honestly think that I might just prefer to see him continue farming these stacks in the jungle, as there are 1 double and 2 triple stacks available for him right now.
I mean, they could take a 4-on-5 fight. You'll still have the Master's Call, so they can still get like a pick and get out, or just get a pick and reset the fight and then go back in. So, I mean, as long as he uses his Master Call wisely with the Deadwood, they should be fine.
Yeah, and we'll see. Right now, ITS is kind of moving over there. Rally with the Helm of the Black Legion is coming from the top side. Deadwood going to spot him out. Offensive Master's Call not going to be used. Just the double damage. They don't get the Rotten Grasp on in time, and they use the Root instead. Ludicrous speed on in with the contraption. 3-man power throw going to be hitting. And Voodoo Jester is just channeling this ward forever. The chain reaction finally puts an end to it, and the Codex punishes him. Deadwood in the front lines once again. Monkey King going in with the Heavenly Vault. Deadwood, one more auto, will finish off with Luna. Clear cuts away. Monkey King gets hit by the chain reaction stuns and is going to go ahead and Maybe not back up. This is Monkey King versus 2. The Tree Brothers and Skeleton King are hanging out there. This tower should be completely forfeit, though. ITS with
Is
no...
Nova gonna TP? Oh, he doesn't even have a TP. Yeah, this tower's dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Skeleton King consumed. Master of Arms spent that entire time farming and pushing up the middle lane. He's got another 1,100 gold to his name after finishing up the Shield Breaker level 3. And they might not even be done here in the bottom lane. Potions were just activated.
Oh, MOA is gonna die middle.
It certainly would look that way, wouldn't it? Nova does get the last hit. As Aluna throws out a power throw.
It was a little close because Nova didn't swap to Intreads, but you know, in the end he did get the kill. So it's a good move by him.
Oh, God. The compel is there, though, and Seismic Slam going to connect as well. Deadwood will be afflicted by that power throw, but the turnaround is coming. The rally going to get blocked so hard by those trees. Oh, my God, that Zergling's around. Monkey King going in hard, but Bless, what are you doing? There's no way you're going to get a kill there. And he's not going to get out of there. Bloodbath Streak coming out from Mr. Suns, and this tower should go down as well. Creep Wave be damned. Just take the stinking tower.
Yeah, Bless thought he was finally going and get out, but he wasn't really playing around the Parasite, and he got silenced, and then he couldn't use any more of his spells.
Ugh.
And now after this tower goes down, they'll have a 20,000 gold lead. Then they can just kill Kongor, and then they can just push base when they get the token up on MOA.
Yeah, unfortunate that Master of Arms did drop there in that last engagement, and a nice job by Nova to actually secure that kill. The only member of his team that is currently positive, and farming 291 gold per minute, which is not atrocious, but when you're dealing with 3 players over 400 gold per minute on the other side, you just need something a little bit better out of your hard carry.
Yeah, it's definitely not where you want to be, but I mean, he is nearing on the Null Stone. He can buy the ultimate orb, just needs another 1,000 gold, but you know, it's probably just a little bit too late.
Oh, Rotten Grasp not going to connect once more here. Deadwood has the Willowmaker, though. I think that he would actually be able to just one-shot that Voodoo Gesture if he just wanted to drop the Willowmaker, but deep dive here from Parasite with the Codex level 3, dropping Metal Man on the Aluna. 21-8. 13 kill lead for MiTH.
He could probably just hit him like 2 or 3 times and use an Oak Bolt and he would die. You're the Voodoo Jester Deadwood interaction. And they want to get a gank top, but it's going to be unsuccessful.
Not going to find anything. Keeper of the Forest going to continue farming middle. How far away from a refresher is he? He's actually got the refresher in like 200 gold, 100 gold here.
And Deadwood just got the attack speed part of the demonic breastplate, so he's nearing on that.
My God. Firebrand just picked up here on Master of Arms. Codex 5, I think, just finished on Parasite. The push stick just picked up here on Torture as well. MiTH S2
And now they're killing Kongor.
Yeah, they have items coming out of their ears at this point. There's Refresher picked up on Keeper of the Forest. This is going to be pretty not so good. Wild Hunter Parasite is spotted. He has to be very careful right now. He's actually going to consume the Wild Hunter. Will try to go for the kill and get the kill. Needs to get into another creep into the Undead Warrior, but he's not going to get out of there. Nova uses 80% of his mana pool to try to help get that kill. The Root is going to catch 4. Chain Reaction onto 3. Deadwood with the Willowmaker. Down goes Dr. Repulsor. Down goes Aluna. This Rally's going to hit the floor. Monkey King, the only one to survive. He's going to try to get away. One-Chin Slam and the Heavenly Vault available. And he will get out of there, but an extremely questionable engagement there from ITS.
I mean, to be honest, they have to take risks like that. They have to get the hero picks that are given to them, and then, unfortunately, it just took too long. And then MiTH Trust were able to capitalize.
Well,
and now Tree has that Refresher if he wants to use it. He probably should just use it. It'll be on cooldown relatively soonish if he does.
Monkey King goes in. Chain Reaction stun once again, going to catch him out. Emerald Red Lightning going to be used, or just Emerald Lightning right there. Master of Arms with the Cursed Ground on him way up in front. And racks do go down. Nova comes in. Just going to apply a little bit of damage onto Master of Arms before heading back. No hope for actually getting that pick off.
Oh, and now they're just gonna go kill Kongor because they never finished it.
Yeah, instead wanted to take that team fight. And they will get it. Demonic Breastplate just finished up on Deadwood at 2,400 gold. So Geometer's Bane could be finished up on Master of Arms within the next 30 seconds or so, depending on if he gets the Kongor kill or not. And he will, so has the money for Geometer's Bane and about 30 more gold. Nope, has the money for it right now as he just sold something. So he'll pick that one up. Codex 5 just finished up on Parasites. That was a 4 earlier. And it looks like now that they have a token on Master of Arms, they will be looking to finish this game. Ooh,
yeah, definitely. Shroud?
Shroud.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like he needs the Geobane's effect. And as long as he's spending his money on like items that actually help him, it really doesn't matter at this point. They're so far ahead they can just go mid right now.
Parasite really wants to go kill Nova here. Gonna be trying to hide for as long as possible. There's Wild Hunters very close to where he is, but offensive master's call into the face hug. The Codex is there, and the leech gonna be used. Nova does get the TP on out though. We'll get out of there. Keeping the Force going to take a lot of damage to the hands of a level 4 Cursed Ground. He should be absolutely fine with that Astrolabe use, though. Going to tick pretty hard here on this last tick, but not too bad. And Keeper has one route available with that Refresher if he needs to use it. And Rally going to go in, but a nice charge shot immediately into the chain reaction stun. Keeping the Force with the 4-man route. Nova going to come in with the ludicrous speed. Deadwood shows up, though. The auto attack damage going to finish off Rally. Monkey King goes down as well. Voodoo Jester hits the floor. Oh, Luna going to get charge shot to death. And 4 players down, 2 by back. Monkey King and Rally rejoining the fight. The Compel in, and there's the Heavenly Vault doing a lot of damage. The dash is there as well. Master of Arms taking a lot of damage, but Rally and Monkey King both drop. An annihilation coming out from Master of Arms. Nova is just completely absent from this team fight. GG well plays are coming out, and that is going to do it as MiTH S2Y takes game number 1 in this best of 1 series, evening their score in the group stage to 1-1, while iTS falls to 0-3.
Yeah, you know, MiTH Trust, they had a decent or kind of rocky start in the middle lane, but you know, a couple of ganks and they turned around and they pretty much had control of the game throughout the entire game. You know, with some good ganks and some good map movements from the pretty much all the players.
Yeah, absolutely. Did very, very well throughout. And ITS, once again, showing that they're kind of on the lower end of the skill here. In Dreamhack, so far, the Russians just haven't been able to make anything happen.
Well, they're also kind of like a mixed team. Technically, like only 2 people from the original roster, so
yeah,
it's just unfortunate that they couldn't get their main 5 to attend the event.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for them, but in this case they dropped to 0-3, and recall that there's no eliminations in the group stage. It's just seeding into the championship bracket. The top 4 go into the winners, the bottom 4 go into losers, and then seeding from there. So they still will have the opportunity to make some magic happen in best of 3 championship brackets, even if they do go and lose some more games here in the group stages. But they also have 4 more matches coming up later on today and tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for those. In regards to what is going on now, taking a look at the schedule once more here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Our next match is going to be Complexity Gaming versus Kung Fu Gaming. That one's scheduled to start in about 30 minutes right here on the Coldcast. Following that, we'll have SG versus Impunity, and then SGEU versus MiTH S2Y. Personally, that is one that I am very much so looking forward to. And then, of course, at the end of the day, Impunity versus MiTH S2Y. Should be a lot of fun matches, Sender. But once again, guys, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here, get some videos playing for you guys, and of course update the stat screens and whatnot. Make sure to check out honcast.com. I think they still got a match going on right now as well. So you can check out over there. And of course, to all the other international streams that are going on with coverage of DreamHack Summer 2013. And we will be back with additional coverage in about half an hour as Complexity Gaming takes on KFG right here on Colecast.